against the 4-3 then versus
that totally. I mean, think about it. If you go, let's say you get 100 reps every day, and that's 100 reps you took against a 3-4. Now that you're taking against a 4-3, so that's definitely a little different for me, just because I've been here for going my 5th year. I'm so used to playing against that that odd. So definitely a little different for me, but probably some of the newer guys, I guess that's just what they'll expect.
Is that more? I mean, like you said, it's your fifth spring. It could probably kind of feel a little
I think
repeating
it is.
itself.
I know it is fun.
Point,
It definitely is fun to see a new defense out there and just kind of see different trends, different alignments, and kind of a whole different way of going about things. So it's definitely enjoyable to kind of see and kind of figure out.
What do you think of Coach Yost so far?
Good. He's been really, he's happy to be here, and you can tell. And
we can shuffle a couple feet down if you want to talk.
I'll say
be negative about it.
Well, you don't tell him yet. He's new still, so you got to still give him the token right answers while he's new. But no, he's super excited to be here, and I think he really is excited just to get back to work with quarterbacks. After going with receivers for a little bit, and I know he's excited to just be back in that quarterback room. Only 5 guys in there, so a lot of different dynamics, and I think he's enjoying it, and we're all kind of accepting it and just kind of all figuring each other out as we go.
He kind of seems like he has a very laid back personality, relatable to you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's kind of how you have to coach quarterbacks. You can't really be, there's certain personality types that do well in that room, and certain personalities that probably don't work out. So I think it's we're just kind of figuring out everyone's kind of how everyone is on the go, and it's kind of been a lot of fun.
That's what it kind of feels like this spring is about this year. It's okay, there's a couple new pieces, but it's essentially the same kind of goal.
Yeah, absolutely. We all have the same goals as an offense, and we're all kind of run the same system. We just kind of got some new faces and some new wrinkles, kind of hearing the same lessons maybe a different way because, we got a new coach or, stuff like that.
How'd you spend your off season?
Well, it was very rainy here, so it was not ideal. My ideal off season, it just worked out. I had my first term of grad school, so that was kind of a lot to adjust to. And then when the sun was out, I was playing a lot of golf, and I played a lot when I was home. But I need some sun. So if you could help out, that would be great.
You play around with Marcus?
Oh yeah, we've been playing a lot.
Okay.
He's getting better though, so it's
getting better now.
Unfortunately, he's getting better. So I keep on trying to one up him, but he has this thing where he doesn't have to go to school or anything, so he gets to play a lot more.
Hey, awesome. Thanks.
Good seeing you, Tyson.
Coach Yost said that you've been instrumental in helping him adjust to the offense, and that sometimes in meetings he'll look at you and say, "Is this right?" and he'll help him out. How is that relationship?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a weird, not weird, but different, I'd say, just because, he has so much experience of being an offensive coordinator and quarterback coach, and I've only been here for 5 years, so, I mean, I know this offense so well, it's kind of like, hey, coach, you just let me know when you want help because I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm going to overstep you. So we kind of been working it out, and we've had a couple meetings so far, and it's been working out great. He's been really good at just kind of asking me for opinions because he knows that if you want my opinion, you got to. I'm not going to just go out and I'm not going to just I'm not your boss, man. So
you're not going to tap him on the shoulder, tell him to sit down.
Exactly. So we've kind of had a good thing going back and forth, and it's one of those things we're just kind of figuring out as we go.
What did you think of the quarterback group today? I mean, first day.
Yeah. First day. You know how that goes.
Yep.
I know Travis has been here a long time, but I mean, this is the first time he's been practicing in a long, long time. So he's, fresh. Terry, been here for 24 hours, and Dakota's first practice with us. So definitely a lot of moving parts, and I thought, we all did a pretty good job of just bringing good energy and making good decisions. And Coach Yost did a good job of keeping up, actually. I was pretty impressed.
How about in terms of personal improvement? What did you want to improve on from last season that, and do you think you've done that?
Yeah, just being more comfortable with myself. I think, sometimes you try to turn certain things into things that they aren't. I think just kind of accepting the situation how it is and just kind of playing and doing what you're capable of is kind of the biggest thing I've been focusing on.
Do you see yourself possibly as being a coach in the future?
I've had that question a lot.
Okay.
I've gotten that from Coach Frost, Coach Health, Chip. I would say yes, but I'd probably say not for a long time. I think I would love to work in football someday, but I don't know if it'll be in coaching.
All right.
I asked Coach Yost what he could help you with, improve mentally and physically. He said, confidence, a lot of athletes. And physically, he said, we need to work on his feet work and whatever. I never thought you had a problem with that. Did you think you had?
I mean, I think there's always place to room to improve. I think Coach Yost knows a lot about just kind of the dynamics of quarterback, and I think it helps a lot just kind of getting his opinion on footwork and getting that much better there.
Because, the term happy feet.
Yeah, I think.
Applied. Do you feel like you have
I
happy
think
feet
sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
I think if you watch the film, you can tell in certain plays it's there, and some plays it's not, and that's just a matter of kind of, like we said, being confident in the play and just kind of letting it come to you.
Isn't it sometimes mind over matter, Jeff?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
call and say, you know what, I'm going to be solid in the pocket.
Yeah, I think it is a little bit mind over matter. I think but I think that comes with reps. I think that comes with doing it so many times that it's natural rather than, hey, on this play I'm going to do that. I think you got to rep it so much that you're not even thinking about it.
Haven't you repped it a lot?
Yeah, I have.
Already?
And well, it's like I said, yeah, I mean, I've gotten tons of reps, I know all that, but I think just hearing a new opinion with how the feet go is probably the best thing I would say. I think, certain coaches have certain ways they teach you, and then you do that so much, and then sometimes, you have a fresh coach come in and kind of say, hey, this is how I see it, and you're like, well, maybe you never thought about it that way. So it's really nice just kind of having Coach Yost here and kind of give his opinion on things rather than what I've kind of been doing myself.
How are you handling Oregon bringing in another quarterback?
Yeah,
that
I
you have
mean,
to compete with?
at this point, I mean, I feel like I've been through the ringer. I've seen, I've been a part of a quarterback class with 2 guys. I've seen a quarterback competition happen in front of me. I've seen guys transfer. I've seen guys win a Heisman. I've seen a guy come in. I've seen a national championship loss. I've seen a Rose Bowl. I've seen an Alamo win, an Alamo loss. So I feel like I've kind of been through the gauntlet, and so there's probably not much now that could faze me.
How would you compare and contrast Coach Yost and Frost?
Yes, I would say very similar in some, kind of general personality types of really wanting a bond and kind of being more laid back, but definitely a little different as far as their teaching goes. Coach Yost, he, like we said, footwork, fundamental, very detail oriented, and Coach Frost is very, maybe more leadership oriented and really focusing on, kind of being a leader back there.
Now, you own this offense clearly. Do you feel like you can improve this spring enough to not give up that starting job that you can?
Yeah, I mean, it's it's kind of competition is always here. I mean, everyone's going to be competing all the time, and I think it's just kind of focusing on doing the best you can and seeing how it kind of ends up.
Does this year's competition feel any different than the past few?
Yeah, I think just personally maybe it feels different for me because I've been through so many different types of competitions, and this one is just kind of competition as usual, and just kind of a lot more comfortable and kind of with the situation and kind of how it works.
Looking at the kind of the big picture of things with so many different moving pieces, specifically on offense, new coordinators, a bunch of new quarterbacks, how is everything kind of settling in?
Yeah, we're not, I want to say we're settled in quite yet. It was just first day, but we're all kind of learning each other's habits, meetings, and there's a lot of stuff that goes in probably off the scenes that we're kind of still learning about each other, but I'm sure after a week here we'll have it pretty figured out.
Yost said that sometimes he looks at you and has some questions because he's, just been here just a little bit of time. How are you liking that role? That guy.
I was kind of touched on it earlier. It's kind of like he has so much experience still being OC and quarterback coach. So I don't want to overstep him, and I know he's looking at me. So I always tell him, hey, if you want my advice, you got to ask, because I'm not gonna be the one leading this meeting and try to pretend like I'm your boss.
Yeah.
But yet, if you have a question, I'll come up with hopefully a good answer.
He starts calling plays.
That's right.
Correct him. No, we shouldn't do that.
We're going deep, coach. We're going deep. He's open.